What is up, guys? Kempo back here. Tales of the Jedi has been out for a week. I didn't get a chance to watch it last week. I was too busy, and then I was on the holiday. Great time. So happy to do it. I wish I didn't have to come back, but you got to come back to reality at some point. I'm really going to start thinking of my next trip. Summer's coming up here. You know how it is. Anyways, Tales of the Jedi. I watched all of it yesterday. Wow. Dave Filoni is incredible when it comes to making Star Wars content. He's literally George Lucas 2.0. Like, he just needs the rights to all Star Wars. He needs to make every single Star Wars project. He is so bloody good at Star Wars storytelling. Like, he makes meaning. And I like how he can do so much with characters in such small time frames. Like, one of the episodes is Tales of Jedi. It's 13 minutes. And yeah, I find out so much about this character, like, and how impactful some of these moments are, and what happened to them in this moment, this time period. Like, man, like the closure you get as a Star Wars fan is showing, like, man, this is what Star Wars is all about. Like, these incredible tie-ins and how characters progress in the state of the galaxy, and like meaningful, good and bad, morality, governments. Like, it's so incredible when you watch it, like when you watch good Star Wars stuff. Alright, so I might say a few spoilers in this one, but six episode. Like, the only bad things I can say about it is I wish it was longer. Like, I wish there was more episodes, and I wish the episodes were longer. Because, like, Dave Filoni is a genius, but unfortunately, just the episodes are pretty short. Which, you know, at the end of the day, that's really not good, and that's not. I'm not saying to take it away from it. These are bloody awesome. Like, I want to see more. Like, I need to see more. Like, I was thinking of really watching 1 or 2 episodes last night and just trying to drown it out. I couldn't stop watching. I had to see what happened in the next one. And there's such big time period jumps. It's not like in House of Dragon, where the time jumps make you kind of out of whack of what's going on. This is time jumps done properly, where as a fan, you already know what's going on in this time period. And they weave it in so well, and you know what the character, like by knowing what's going on in that time period, they show a little bit, and you're like, oh, okay, that's what's going on then, and how the character's feelings. Wow, so that's what he was doing at that time, and oh, this is what happened to this character, and it makes it simple to know what's going on, and not trying to like shove so much in your face in that time. Maybe that was the beauty of having shorter episodes, was like, they weren't trying to shove so much at you. It's literally like, look, this is what this character's doing. This is what is happening at the time. And this is how, like, his feelings at the time. So Ahsoka gets 3 episodes and Count Dooku gets 3 episodes, which is sick. Because I think my personal favorites were the Count Dooku episodes, because you don't get to see too much of Count Dooku. Like, Attack of the Clones, he's only in it for, like, the last act. And during Revenge of the Sith, he's only at the start. So the Clone Wars did a really good job, I reckon, of making him a good villain. But even then, there wasn't that much character progression with him. And I love how Tales of Jedi shows you the character development from Count Dooku, how you see at the start the corruption he sees in the Republic, and his first taste of the dark side. And then you're like, oh, and he comes back. And then later in the next episode, he sees the corruption with the Jedi, saying like, well, they're just puppets of the Senate. And then the 3rd episode, he's already gone, and it's a twist over the edge. Like, he's already down that path. He's already betrayed everybody. But even more cemented when Qui-Gon Jinn dies, and he's like, and he blames the Jedi Council because they warned him so long about incoming threats, and they were just pawns. And he kills Yaddle, which was just, it was so amazing to watch, and you see just that progression. I loved the Ahsoka episodes too. Like, the first episode, I will admit, was a bit like good, but it was like, it wasn't that needed. I think they just did it just to go from the time progression, which is fine. But I wouldn't mind if it was maybe later in a childhood, maybe, or something like that. I don't know, it's still good. I still really enjoyed it. But the last 2 Ahsoka episodes, the one where she's getting taught by Anakin how to deflect the blasters from the clone troopers, like poetry on how she learns how to survive Order 66. Beautiful stuff. It was amazing. That was a great episode. The Inquisitor episode is my favorite one of Ahsoka, when she was there at Padme's funeral in Revenge of the Sith. Bail Organa like giving her the comm, and how she fights off. Oh, then there was the talks about the people debating about the Empire, and then the guy ratting on Ahsoka, and the Inquisitor coming out. She just badass moment. Takes the lightsabers in the Inquisitor and just chops his head off. It was a real reminded me of the Obi-Wan Rebel series where he kills Maul, the 3-strike thing. But even then, it was even more badass because she didn't even have to use a lightsaber. She stole the lightsaber, and it would have been cool to see how she purified the white ones. But now you kind of see where she got the lightsabers from. It was incredible. I have nothing really bad to say at all. No real criticism. There's no criticism to show. I just wanted more. That's it. If you're a Star Wars fan, and at all, hardcore or casual, I reckon you'll enjoy this. Especially if you're a fan of the Clone Wars and the prequels and that. You're going to love this. I reckon, especially Clone Wars. You will love this series. If you haven't watched it, definitely check it out. It's amazing stuff. Masterpiece work. Thank you guys as always for watching. Check out the next video. I don't know what I'm doing next, but catch ya and peace.